We've got money in our pockets. The land is bad because the economy is just say, well. Shut up, the land is bad. We believe it.
Let me ask a question, guys.
The problem is gone.
Yes, the problem is gone. She's just going to Miss Universe, by the way, because, she's got a daddy. And the daddy family, the daddy part of the family is arranging to have her to contest in Nigeria. And she's going to be the Miss Universe because she's gorgeous. Super gorgeous. There's nothing they can do.
And then I told
them that you can have the crown, my darlings, but let's see Miss Universe. Miss Universe, she's going there. She's going to hold that crown with pride. She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous.
Absolutely.
She's gorgeous. She's got a daddy. She's got a daddy. Family that loves her.
Was she gonna
she's
win?
Perfect. She's growing
No, she wasn't gonna win.
She's growing up
It's about
in the
she couldn't
house
win.
with a mother and father.
If
And
it
daddy
was
is
a black
crazy about
person
his
with a
little girl.
disability, was she gonna win?
No, she wasn't going
We
to
don't
win
know.
because they wanted
We
to
don't know.
tell us the black people what they
my God.
wanted to
How
do.
can she
They
be
wanted
so
to tell us the
balanced?
black
We don't
people.
know.
They wanted to tell us
By
the
the
black
daddy
woman
and the
that you can
daddy's
be
family.
gorgeous, you
How
can be
can they
beautiful,
make
you
her
can
a
be
queen?
intelligent, you will never
Oh
win
my
anything.
God! Now
I
she's
do not mean
celebrated by her
disrespect to
people.
anyone who
Oh
has a
my God, it's
disability.
shocking! For she to have both parents. Both parents will love her. Oh my God!
Let me
The parents
talk,
stay
please,
together.
guys. Let me talk. Let me
It
talk,
is
please.
such. It's so strange. Some of us are not used to that.
Yes.
She's everything that we would have loved to be.
Luca,
Yes.
Now,
let me make my submission quickly,
Yes,
please.
girl.
I've been hanging here for some time now. Hello, guys. The truth is, I just want to share something quickly. I want to share the impact of what happened in the past 1 week or 7 days that I've been on TikTok. I went to work today, and we had. I'm actually based here in Australia. I went to work today, and we had a training. Next to me,
sorry.
were two
Sorry. There's something that I need to handle very quickly. Someone says I need a daddy. You see, why I understood Uchichi is because I grew up having a dad, my darling.
Yeah.
I know what having a dad does
You are
to
using
you.
your dad
I
saying.
know my
Using
dad.
your dad
I still
saying.
go to the Eastern Cape. I visit both families. I know who I am. I'm very stable. That is why I don't go around hating at little girls. I don't have issues.
Who celebrated
Even
my-
those that I have,
father?
even those issues that I have, I handle them.
Who celebrated
I
my-
handle my shit, babies. I do handle my shit. I don't bleed on people. I don't bleed on people.
The person that said that is on the panel. Please, brother, forgive us. Please unmute your mic and say what you want to say, because you know what? Today we as the black children of Africa. No, brother, hold on. Please, I beg. Please, just 1 second. We will not allow you guys to antagonize and bully our black people anymore. It's enough. If you want to say something to Mam Lunka, she's right here next to you on the live. Say it so we can handle you. We are tired.
AK, that's
You
not
win.
meant for you. That's not meant for you. AK,
You
that's
can't
not
do
meant
that
for
anymore.
you.
We can't
It's
do
built
that.
for
We
all
can't allow you
Israel.
to free us to make our black excellence. No, you can't do that. You can't do that.
South Africans, some of us are using our dead surnames here. We are not using
Unmute your
our
mic,
mother's
lady.
surnames.
You got big mouth. Please unmute your mic and direct your question to Mamlunka or your statement. We want to hear you, black child.
Alright guys, let me quickly make my submission. You guys are really heated up. I want to say that there were two chairs beside me, and they were walking in, people were coming in, all these Zungus were coming into the team, into the meeting, into the training. Those two seats that were beside me, they were sitting all over. It's a round table. Nobody, they refused to sit down next to me. I was the only black guy inside the training. I was sitting down there and I noticed that they were all picking different seats and they refused to sit next to me. I've always experienced that because here in Australia, the racism is under the carpet. but I understand that. I just kept quiet. So because I've been on TikTok for some time now, and I've been
Medical doctors don't go around gossiping, man. Medical doctors don't go around gossiping about people. They don't search people's lives and their backgrounds. We've got fake medical doctors here in these panels who walk around saying that they are medical students and medical doctors. Yet they go around searching and looking for people's backgrounds and are petty. I mean, imagine a medical student that is petty and talking about someone being abused by their dad out of the illusion of their minds. Imagine a whole medical doctor that is triggered when a child is celebrated by their father.
What's your career, my brother? Now you're speaking about
Please wait your turn. Just wait your turn. Wait your turn.
Let me make my submission. I don't go around talking about my career to make any point. I don't go around my submission. Let me just tell you the media to make any point. I'm a medical doctor. Before you make that point, I'm a medical doctor. I used to work at the...
Yes, so please.
Working at the bank requires matric. Working at the bank requires matric.
Martin, let the brother submit, please, I beg. Sorry.
Yeah, so quickly, let me just round up because you guys are really heated up. So when those two seats were beside me, I felt a little bit alienated, which is normal, but I built my African spirit together and I sat down there. Do you know that after like 15 minutes into the meeting, two other fellows fell in. One was a lady, one was a guy. The guy was a black guy. So there were other MC seats, but he sat next to me. So when he sat next to me, to be honest with you, during the meeting, we were making submissions, and he made the submission. Do you know that I noticed immediately he came in, he told me hello, I said hi. Do you know that instinctively, I did not even know I was transferring the aggression of what is happening on TikTok to this guy. The guy was trying to relate to me, but I noticed that he was either from Central Africa or Southern Africa. Do you know that I was transferring aggression to the innocent guy because of the way people were talking on TikTok about other Africans? I started feeling inside my spirit that what I was doing was wrong. This guy has not done anything to me. He's the only black guy here. But because of what people were writing on TikTok and the comments and the conversations that I've had, it has affected my subconsciousness that I've transferred this this unbearable hate towards a fellow African in a meeting where I'm surrounded by Mzungus. And I felt bitter. But I told myself, I said, well, I don't care. When I came here now and I started listening to Flora and Lynn and you guys on this platform, you guys just woke my spirit up. I became happy again. I felt alive. I felt like yes. There is a force to it, and there are human beings. There are human beings who reason rationally in Africa. There are human beings in South Africa who their voice even supersedes the voice of these low-life people. They are very wonderful people in South Africa. South Africa is a beautiful place, and nobody's going to change my mind any longer. Let me tell you, this lady that they put her picture here that is looking like a Barbie doll, this one that is standing here, how on earth that the whole of South Africa, let's even agree, let's take Chidinma away. I accept. Chidinma is not South African. She did all that wrong. I agree. Let's accept. Is it that there is no Zulu, there's no Mtoto, there's no clan in South Africa?
My brother, wait.
No, let's not accept. Wait, Martin. Wait,
what did she do?
Wait.
There's no problem, but we are saying if you can eliminate Chidinma because she's Nigerian, okay, fine. Why didn't any South African win?
There is no other, because let's say it's even in Nigeria. Nigerians did the same thing to South Africans. I can assure you 100 times, there is no way on earth this person will be standing here. We will end it. I'm telling you, Nigerians can leave the government to be corrupt, but issues like this, we will drag it until we see everything on social media. How can you bring this lady? Do you know that I want got to realize that the whole thing was orchestrated properly for this? The whole idea was for us to have all this fracas. It was the idea was to create a race war, an ethnic war between Africans and Africans. The same thing they did in Rwanda.
Yes. People don't understand they are agents in these social media. They are fake black people accounts that are made.
This beauty pageant, they are evil. They are the epitome of evil. The organizers of this beauty pageant, they are the ones that they are supposed to drag out and wash publicly. They are terrible people. How can you find everybody in South Africa an insult to the motherhood of South Africa? How can you find all these beautiful women and then you decide that you're going to bring out?
Okay, listen, guys.
Wait, please, I beg. Kwemeshe, please put your submission because you've got a lot to say. Please, I want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, so what I have to say is, I appreciate.
Please, thank you. I want this woman here to say what she has to say. Kwemeshe.
Guys, can I just come in first because I know it's gonna...
Please wait to turn. She was here before you.
No,
Please wait to turn. Please wait to turn.
I was here before her.
We're not.
You were given a time to speak.
No. I was not given a chance to speak.
You had a chance to speak to Lunka, whom you wrote so much about, and you didn't want to. So perhaps this one can say something to me in my face too.
Yes, please allow the thing to happen. Sister, please go ahead.
She has to unmute her mic. I think she doesn't see.
I don't want to speak, guys. Can I talk and exit the group, this panel?
Yes,
Alright, thanks for the opportunity. You see, the biggest issue here is, I think I heard Okopan mentioning that, I can't pronounce his name correctly, that there's a ploy behind the people organizing this thing to create a war and fights against us, against Africans. And somebody also mentioned that the pageant is designed to separate Black South Africans and that white people are using our African brothers to shield them from us paying attention to them. But I'm asking myself when I was in the comment section, why then do the African people allow themselves to be used against the native South Africans in South Africa? If they can see that the problem is that the whites are using them to shield themselves, then why are they getting themselves used so that we now focus on them instead of focusing on the white people? If somebody can answer this here, I would appreciate that.
Give me context to what you mean. Like, be specific. Just say it like it is, please.
Somebody said that they created this whole
People are saying, where are the other African brothers coming to destroy Africans? Please be specific.
Somebody said,
What are we talking about?
one of the guys who was talking on the panel said that the white people are using people like Chidima to derail their attention from them so that we focus on fighting our African brothers. I'm asking, with that being said, then why are the African brothers allowing themselves to be used by the white people so that we can't fight the whites in South Africa to get our land, but end up having to actually fight with them?
How are they allowing themselves to be used?
By actually taking part in the whole thing of the setup that the white people they are saying they are doing. So if the white people are putting Chidima on the panel and saying Chidima must try and contest Miss South Africa, and then the South African people who can't fight that, and then focus on Chidima, right? Instead of focusing on getting the land and getting
Please, now, hold up. Let's go with you one step at a time. Continue.
Why are you asking, guys? Like, do you have no?
I'm just trying to make it make sense because what I think I'm hearing you say is why are you hold up. You said you don't know what I'm saying.
If you
Listen. You need to understand the difference between them actually coming to fight against South Africa and them coming in protection of the black child. Get it out straight. Your argument doesn't make sense.
Guys, do not fight. Can I speak?
do
not fight. Can I speak in others' mind? I want to understand Siko and try to answer his question.
Can I please speak? I've been listening to you guys for a while now. I don't know. Go ahead. Sisha, my brother, you were the one who was speaking just now, isn't it?
Yes.
You were saying how do we know that they're the ones that are doing that to get us to hate each other. I'll give you an example, right?
No, I didn't ask the question. That wasn't my question.
Oh, you were telling us.
No, I was asking a question, but that's not the question I asked.
That was a statement. The question he asked was if they know that this is what the pageant is doing, why are they coming on the platform and fighting them? This was his question.
No, that's not my question. That's not my question.
Okay, so what were you saying?
Be specific. That's why I asked you to be specific.
The African people who are saying, the African people who are saying that the white people are actually wanting us to fight. They are well aware that the white people want us to fight.
Okay,
yet they are playing along. Why are they playing along? Is the question. Why are they playing along?
They don't know if they are playing along because in his mind they think they are right. You understand?
Yeah.
You fighting another brother, you are not aware what you are doing.
Okay,
they are using your hands.
So I was saying, Isa, sorry guys, can I please
Go ahead.
Okay, so I think in the statement you were saying, how do we know, blah, blah, blah. I just want to answer that. Remember was it 2010? I forgot, when this xenophobia thing just came out of the blue and whatever. Remember what people were fighting for before that, just before that? It was land. And then it was the issue of land in South Africa. And then all of a sudden, xenophobia and whatever. What I'm saying is, whoever is brainwashing Africans in general, in the point of South Africa, is doing a great job because they're working overtime for this. And the reason why you're saying that, but how do we know that they're doing that or whatever? It could have been Chidima, but I mean, listen, after Chidima stepped down, then a white girl literally just won. And it's been years. This has been happening in South Africa.
And if I can just add on to what you said about 2010, it was the same time that Zuma said 20% of all minerals that come from South Africa, raw material, must be produced in South Africa, which was job creation. So can you just see how the strategic system is so strategic? And we are so tired of being told that we are agents. So Sidley, you said... So Sidley, I want to ask you a question. In the comment, you said that I'm being paid by the same white informant. Who paid me? Please tell me.
There's an Aurora thing that got Bolunga arrested with those other guy called.
No. You deviating from the question. I'm asking you a specific question. I'm asking you a specific question. You say that I'm being paid by a white monopoly. Who are they? So I also know them because I want that money.
We all have that money.
Even that guy, what's his name, Lux, the one who was pushing the xenophobia, the Dudula thing, he was with the whites. He literally was with the whites the whole time. Who's pushing this initiative? You guys don't be
Let me tell you the power of a white person.
Like this. It's so sad.
A white person.
Let Martin speak. He hasn't spoken. Let Martin speak.
What I find bizarre, and I'm still stuck on this, it's like somebody went to Chidima's house out of all the girls and said, Chidima, because you are a foreigner, please come. We are going to put you in Miss South Africa. It's like she didn't go through all the processes that all these girls went through. So I don't know how is she used in this whole process, because I mean, she's beautiful, she's young, she's got what it takes. She applied for Miss South Africa with her South African ID because she's a South African, and then she got into the pageant like all other girls did. So I don't know how is it that she was used. Somebody needs to tell me who were the agents that were sent to her house to say, we are going to single you out. Out of all the 62 million South Africans that we have, we know that you have got a Nigerian father and a mother with a Mozambican descent.
Can I answer that?
And we're going to take you and we're going to put you in this pageant. I mean, it doesn't make sense. It
doesn't make sense.
I want to answer that. I don't think she was used.
She was not used, but she was allowed.
People who are saying,
guys, let me answer
I
it.
don't think it was used, but I think it was allowed.
Let me answer this question, guys. Let me answer. You must know white people are strategic. He was put in place for a reason.
It was a rhetorical question. It was a rhetorical question.
But there are people who need an answer to this. I want to make you understand how this system works, guys.
Yeah, once you're done, can others speak?
Someone else can actually be deserving with everything, but will be eliminated along the way. they let her be because she deserved it. I don't want to lie. She could have been the winner. But they allowed it. If you are allowed, there are so many people who are deserving of positions, even going to, if you look at Olympics, there are so many people who are deserving of winning, but they are eliminated somehow along the way. If they know they don't need you or they have a person they want to put, they will eliminate you. But with her, they kept her until they needed a distraction. You understand? They knew the person they were going to crown, or I might be wrong, but what I'm saying is, it's not like they planted Chidima and say, oh, they saw her, they saw an opportunity.
The problem that I'm having, if you are contradicting yourself, you can't say, oh, I'm not sure, but they planted her. Are you saying that she doesn't have what it takes to compete?
She has what it takes. That's what I'm saying. It's like when
that's
we
exactly
compete.
where the problem is, because there are people who think that she was planted there. She doesn't have what it takes.
Okay, look at Olympics. Yeah? The people, look at the Olympics. The lady, this lady from America. No, I just want to give an example. That lady came because she can break records. She can run. But they will eliminate you because, oh, they found drugs in your system. The other guy in America, he lost. You know what was his excuse? He had COVID. How, if you have COVID, how were you allowed to be among everyone? You
Isabella,
understand?
that's too far. We just need to speak about Caster Semenya. How all the white people did not stand for her because she was naturally gifted. And she was breaking records. And I didn't see anybody coming to stand for her. No. But we as the black children must say, oh, shame, man. Mia LaRue. She is actually a representative because she's got a disability. Do you understand that?
Everywhere in the world,
has a disability. We have to say, yes, she deserves to win. But Caster Semenya was born that way. Do you understand?
Yes.
So we can't educate people when these things are out there. We must wake up. Ignorance is not an excuse anymore.
See, Isabel, I'm telling you, they are feeding from your narrative because you are trying to be diplomatic about this. I'm stuck on the issue that Chidima was planted there. That's my problem.
She was not planted, like I said, but I'm trying to relate to the people who think she was planted.
You can't relate to people who already have a narrative. You can't. You can't. They have a narrative already.
If you have to get their attention, you really need to relate to them.
Chidima doesn't have what it takes.
Listen, what I'm trying to do.
And she's allowing herself to be used by walking on the stage and being confident and answering questions. She's allowing herself to be used. Really?
No, she has not. Let me tell you something. I'm saying.
Can we say something?
You're getting me wrong. I wanted to relate.
Sorry, I don't mean to be rude. There's a guy, gentleman, Ria has been waiting to speak for a minute. He's been on the platform for a minute. And then after him is BK. Please, let's just allow the conversation to go. I know we're all passionate today, but...
No, can BK speak first? Because I found her here first.
BK, go.
Okay, so I understand everybody here on this platform everyone is a very passionate speaker. But I don't appreciate the fact that everybody's being categorized into this narrative of that everybody believes that how people fight is the way everybody fights. Personally, I'm not xenophobic. Personally, I know what's right and what's wrong, and I can acknowledge everything that is wrong. I see it. Everything that you guys have mentioned, the white people colonizing, South Africans being criminals as well, it is wrong very much. But then it is also wrong that you guys, yes, it is facts. I know that, but I'm saying it's also wrong that you guys don't allow us to stand up for things we are able to stand up for. We also mad at the fact that Mia. Like the fact that Chidima wasn't supposed to participate in the competition.
Are you not also having the same energy with the Barbie doll?
Come on.
Where is your energy with the Barbie doll?
Isabella, can you wait? No, guys, please allow her to land. Please allow her to, Isabel, please allow her to land. Please.
As I mentioned when I started, is that we are also still not happy about her winning. Nobody here stood here. Okay, let me speak for myself. I did not stand here and said that I am happy about her winning. I'm not at all, but I had no control over that. All you can do is just speak up about it, right? You have no control. I did not choose her to win. I did not. I was not in that place. But at the same time, we also didn't appreciate that Chidima was in the competition.
That I understand, and we can accept that. It's not a problem. My issue is where is the same energy? No, Biggie, don't fight this.
1 second. I'm not fighting.
Where
I'm
is the
speaking.
energy? Where is the energy? Don't fight Biggie. My question is, where is this energy, the same energy you gave to Chidima? Where is the same energy on her? You must understand on social medias, there are fake accounts that are meant to escalate things. People do not understand their accounts that are meant to escalate things. They would put a hashtag and everyone follows because South Africans have that sheep mentality. You follow. So you see someone being trashed on internet, you jump on the wagon, you continue. You understand? If it was Chidima who had won Miss Essay, everyone was going to have the same energy because those fake accounts were going to escalate things. You understand? We are trying to make people have an independent mind. Think, because it's easy. Even me, I'm a victim of following whatever that's happening. But along the way, I start getting my mind back. Oh, okay. I think I just jump on the wagon. I need to look at both sides. You understand?
Other people are called names. They feel they've got a right to call other people names when people have got their own feelings about issues. I mean, why would you call out, if you have feelings that you don't want Chidima there, why would you call someone out for saying she must stay? Are you not? Is that not hypocrisy? Because there are people who feel that she should have stayed. She is South African. There are people who still recognize her as South African even today, and they've got a right. What gives you a right to make you think that your feelings are more better than theirs?
Nobody said anybody's feelings is better than anybody else's. All I'm saying is that it was not Chidima's fault that she was not South African legally. It was not. I do not blame her. Yes, I don't. I do blame her parents though. It all comes down to the fact that is she legal or not. That is the only reason people are fighting.
Just give me a second. This thing thought the hate on Chidima didn't start after you found out that she wasn't a South African citizen.
Yes, I truly understand that, and you're wrong for that.
That is what we're speaking to. You can't keep moving the goalpost. As it
I'm not. All I'm saying is that you guys are categorizing
feelings are not facts.
That's what you are doing. Is confused.
You guys are categorizing everybody. You're putting everybody in the same boat. Nobody.
We are not doing that. We've been on these lives. We've been insulted. We've been abused. We've heard the arguments. It's not feelings. It's not feelings. It's facts.
23-year-old for 4 weeks. You guys shouted at a 23-year-old for 4 weeks.
Did you see what young lady was speaking?
We can. So
before 18 or 19,
the initial hate was that she's not she can't represent South Africans because she can't speak native languages. No, her surname is Nigerian. No, she's celebrated by her father's family. And then when only last week, when Home Affairs said there was questions around her mother, and by the way, there's still no questions around her. There are only questions around her mother's citizenship, not around Chidima. So the hate now has changed.
Once we are on citizenship,
Martin, the PK who's speaking here is 19, and you are saying we were talking to a young child.
Yes.
The lady here is 19.
Yes.
While we are on citizen,
she's 19. Yes.
You are
the
so hypocritical.
Wait, Martin, please, 1 second. One second, Martin. There's a difference between educating somebody, because Martin did not swear, intimidate, or call her names. There's a difference between educating the young ones and being rude. So don't do that double standard that you do.
You spoke to Chichi, a young Chichi, and told Chichi this. And I'm like, but the lady who's speaking against Chichi now is actually younger than Chichi.
Yes,
and she feels like
there's a difference between educating the youth and being abusive. Nobody is being abusive to you. Nobody is being abusive to you. You see, that is the problem. That is the crab mentality. That is what we are fighting against. Please, Sife.
You guys, bullies at 23.
How old are you? No, sorry, Martin, hold up a second. Sife, how old are you? Sife, how old are you?
Teach him. Martins.
Yo.
Hello?
I really don't appreciate Sife because you are so hypocritical and you are continuing to do the same thing, which is break the African unity. How old are you? I'm sure you are older than me. You just swore me and you said I'm getting paid and all of that by you, but then you come and then you want to hold Martin to a standard that you yourself don't uphold. Like, don't do that. The hypocrisy is disgusting. BK is a young Black woman or whatever she identifies as, and if we want to teach her, let us teach her. There's a difference between Martin didn't say she's a makwere, oh, she doesn't know anything because she's young. Martin is literally spitting facts. Feelings and facts are two different things. So your opinion doesn't make it okay for you to go and literally drag a young Black beautiful woman for 5 weeks, and you keep changing the goalpost as you go along to justify your abuse. And we are the same people who wants to say, oh, shame, she's got a disability, we can't say anything about Maya. But what about the mental health of Chidimma?
Yo, I thought of that, guys. Like,
Guys, you can't be so hypocritical. You can't say, oh no, we just wanted to say what we needed to say. But the mental health of this Black young woman.
Shut up, let women
Come on, man. Let's be sincere.
If you are a
How stupid can we be?
if you are part of their
I see in the comment section, you know, it's so sad. It baffles my mind. I see in the comment section people dragging Mamlumka.
if you are part of their
She went to the no, you just keep quiet for a second, Sive. Because in your lives, that's what you do. You go there and you spew hate. Mamlumka should be honored today because she went to stand there for a Black child. She didn't go there and incited violence. She went to represent me and so many others like Chidima. And so did Colin. You guys sit there and you do nothing, but you got the loudest voice. You go, all of you, and then they spent hours insulting this young woman. Insulting all foreigners. They went all the way to the Miss Beauty pageant. Where was that energy? For so many other injustices. Where was that energy? How can we sit and say, Mamlumka, yes, she was Diarora. She did this. Listen to yourself, Sile. You've got a DA in parliament. No, hold up a second. You've got a DA in parliament who painted his face black. He went to a school where they didn't want our children to go to that school. He's in parliament and he justified it. They went speaking about the Berlin conference and it triggered those who know because we don't know. And they're like, oh yeah, because she went there, yeah, she must get what she got. What nonsense, man. And then you still are the same people that come on these lives and try to play a double standard and keep pushing the ball.
She's all alive talking about it. That's what she's doing.
All you do is
taking it away.
The same way you guys are standing for Chidima is the same way we stand for our country as well. You guys can't invalidate
We are standing for the Black child.
Now, we are standing on the
Black child that was not South
Let me ask you
African.
guys.
Yes, we are not disputing the fact that she's Black. She is Black. That doesn't make her South African.
On white foreigners, illegal foreigners. Where's your energy on white illegal foreigners that are taking
Who told you she
care?
was illegal?
Martin,
Who told you she was white illegal
I
foreigner?
want to see you in jail.
That statement was never given out that she was an illegal white foreigner.
Listen, I didn't say she's illegal. I'm asking you. There is a number of white foreigners pouring in your country and they are illegal. What are you doing about it? Are you aware of that? Or because
And
the
where do
media
you
will
get
not
those
tell you
facts that
about
they
it?
are illegal? Regardless of if we are aware of that, we will attend to that situation. We are attending to every situation we have in this country.
Listen,
let me ask you a question, darling.
chased away white people from Zimbabwe, all white people from Zimbabwe came here in South Africa. Those white people,
Black people from
from Zimbabwe have farms in South Africa. Not one, not two, not three.
This country will
What
never
have you
move
been
forward
doing
until this country will never move forward until everybody heals from the past.
Let me ask you a
Everybody's
question.
just hurt from the past. Reason
me
why
ask you
you
a
guys are still
question.
so stuck on colonization, so stuck on
People
apartheid,
will not
so
heal,
stuck on white
but
people,
we need
because
to
you haven't
direct
healed from the past.
we need
To
to
make
direct
a
their
difference and
energy
change
to
the
the
way
right
what you need
place.
to heal.
Isabel, just give me a chance, please. I think you understand that there was a military base from Liberia, right? That was found in South Africa. Are we together on that?
Yes.
In the same breath, last week there was another one that was with the Afrikaners. How do we make that make sense?
Every country has their own issues. I'm explaining. I'm answering your question. I'm answering your
I'm
question.
specifically speaking to that. How do we make that make sense?
We fixed the problem.
For?
We have every country has their own crimes, criminals
You're
that are
turning a
from their
blind eye
country.
on something that was going to cause what you call that war within the country? Civil war. You know that.
Civil war against the people from where they. Those people were that thing in Nespresso come from North Africa. What civil war are they gonna create in South
Okay,
Africa?
so what about the Afrikaners? Okay, fine. Let's ask. What about the Afrikaners?
They
What
had
about the
visas.
Afrikaners, Syria?
They were given
Hold on,
visas.
hold on, hold on, hold on.
No Zimbabwean gave them visas. No Nigerian gave them visas. Your own people, your own Home Affairs people gave them visas to come here and train. And
we acknowledged that.
No officials
We
were aware that
did.
people were actually
We
doing some
acknowledged
military.
that.
They were not aware that they were doing
very
military
much
for
well
Africa.
aware
They were
of
doing
that.
It's
military.
got nothing to do with Chidimma. Chidimma walking on the stage.
It has
she
everything
did
to
not-
do
she
with
did
her.
not
We have
take
acknowledged
anyone's
that.
life. It's got nothing to
She
do
is
with her.
not her.
Come on.
If her mom,
Let me tell you something.
We will spend the whole day arguing about Chidima and stuff.
Hold on. Sisha, don't say the officials didn't know, by the way.
They didn't know.
Let me tell you why I'm saying this, right? And by the way, the moment that you guys
It's
know,
another way to try and move a
by the way,
goalpost again, my sister.
if you guys
They don't
know
want to
how
take
the
responsibility. They
world
want to blame
works,
someone else.
if you guys know how the
Yeah,
world works,
officials
you would
didn't
know. Okay, you would know that we're not even. We are so little when it comes to how this world works. The officials knew. You think they didn't know all along?
That's
When
conspiracy.
the officials know, they know
Nobody has
when
been
illegal
accounted for
people
it.
are crossing
Who is
the
accounting
border.
for it?
Conspiracy
A new word. A new word.
Coin that it's gonna come through. They don't understand conspiracy theory. They don't
know
understand the
that
word, but they're gonna throw it
They know.
out.
And by the
Let's
way,
protect our white masters, please. Let's
by
do
the
that. It's a
way-
conspiracy
Okay,
theory.
tell me who's accounting
It's a
right now.
conspiracy
Among the
theory. You're
officials,
right, Sidi.
the
It's a
intelligence
conspiracy
doesn't know.
theory.
So when Chidima's mom stole somebody's identity, hey guys, this is just what I'm thinking in my head. I'm not. Don't come after me and do this whole Barish nonsense thing and then start shouting at me.
Okay.
I'm just saying that. I'm just saying if her mom stole someone's identity, right, and they've been using this ID all along, so she went into the official's office, sat on the computer, and then put a thing there, and then did whatever, and they've been using this ID for all along, auntie. Is this what we're saying?
Yes.
yes.
Okay, wait. Let me answer this question.
So she went in Homa Face by herself. Was a baby and she
Let me answer this question.
Nobody said that.
That's correct.
Where I'm going
Nobody
is
said
when you
that.
do
She didn't do it
enter. Where I'm
herself.
going is
Noma
when
went
you
into the
do.
Home Affairs
Wait,
office,
Piggy.
sat down on the computer, and
Wait,
created
Piggy.
a
So
register.
where I'm
Piggy,
going,
shut up.
100% Piggy.
Wait, so where I'm going is.
Chile.
Where I'm going is when you enter pageants, right? They do background checks, guys. You just don't enter and then they're like, yeah, you've entered. Now you're gonna enter, especially if it's Miss South Africa. If it's Miss Soweto, I don't know. Maybe you can.
They don't do
But if
background
it's
checks
Miss-
to as far
you
as
should,
checking
because this
where they got the
person- you
ID
should
from.
then. You should do checks.
They
Because
do.
this person is
To
gonna
go
be the
as
one
far as to
representing
checking
your
where the ID
country.
came from.
Especially when they know she's foreigner.
They
or
do the same
she has
thing.
foreign parents.
Listen,
They
she
do.
has- she
They
has
only
the
bring
name.
it up when it's necessary.
Wait, Isa. So they do. The reason why I'm saying that is because her name already sold her out. So they're supposed to do a background check before she even enters the pageant to see if she's eligible to do that, because this is a person who has potential of representing a country in the world. So you can't tell me they don't do background checks. It's the same thing they do with sports. When you're gonna enter Olympics, they do background checks. Of course, they're gonna see if you got transgender or not, or that funny nonsense that they be talking about. But they do background checks. So you guys need to be educated first before you start talking about things you don't know.
No, Flora, not trying.
Okay, so what you're basically saying is that she was legal to enter this competition.
What I'm saying is she was eligible to enter.
No, she was not. They do not search as far as.
If she was not eligible, then how did she even get to top?
Because they do not go as far as checking where you got your ID from. Okay, they should, but they didn't. That's a problem.
You were not even there when they were doing the thing.
You weren't either.
Listen, guys. Hold on. For the sake of winning, argue with facts.
I don't understand you, Vicky. You're so confused. I don't know.
Can I say what you said?
Please say your 2 cents.
When is Miss Universe again? You know, when is Miss Universe, by the way?
You're definitely hungry, Vicky. Now eat some breakfast.
Okay, Biggie, can I say something, please? You know, in South Africa, we speak English, you know, this kind of English, and even our main South Africa, it's a medium, you know. Yeah.
Right.
And then now, the next question is, when is Miss Universe? Because you know what? That's when, you know, the truth gets told, you know. So I'm just thinking aloud, when is Miss Universe? Because we know who deserved the crown, but to mine, who deserved the crown, you know. And excuse my Africans in English, okay? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for your submission.
You know what? We are so rich in South Africa. We've got white. Everything is white. You know, when everything is white, and we're rich.
I don't know. This white is going to destroy us.
Okay. I had a question to ask. I wanted to ask you a question. We go to Home Affairs. We go to get our IDs for our kids. Where do white people get their papers? You don't find them in the lines in Home Affairs.
They'll be there, girl. They'll be there.
No,
they'll be
you
there.
see 1 or 2 poor ones.
But they'll be there.
Darling, they go to private hospital. It is done with in-house, darling. So they don't have to queue like us peasants. They do it in the private hospital.
Isn't it South Africans come first?
Yes, please, brother. You can go. I'm so sorry I cut you off.
First and foremost, I want to say hi to everyone, Sanbonani. For me personally, this whole Miss SA situation really proved to me that white people really do play the long game, because it just goes to show that, in my opinion, the South African identity has been cheapened and been sold to the highest bidder. Yes, I understand the whole Chidima issue. Yeah, I understand that. But at the same time, they highlighted good questions that they asked Chidima, which they themselves did not ask this white lady. They asked Chidima, which indigenous South African tribe will she represent? Which indigenous South African language will she speak? And most importantly, what part of her represents South Africa indigenously? Those are good questions they asked her. But this white lady, they didn't ask her anything. They didn't ask her what indigenous language does she speak, what indigenous tribe does she come from, and what part of indigenous South Africa will she represent. Instead, they just said, well, we've got a white lady, she's here, she's proud, she's South African. And it just goes to show that the South African identity has been cheapened, and we really need to focus on the Constitution. Yesterday, I was in a live and I said, name me a situation. In fact, let me just use Miss Japan, Miss Saudi Arabia. All of them have foreign nationals, but you will never find a Miss China who is not Chinese. You will never find a Miss Saudi Arabia who is not Arab. You won't find a Miss Japan who is not Japan, simply because their constitution focuses and favors their people. So it's very important that we focus on trying to rewrite the constitution so that it caters to South African people, because like I said, Abilungu, they played the long game shame. And right now we're a laughing stock. You have black South African people who are saying, but it doesn't matter if she's white, we've got a couple of black South Africans. The fact that you have to say you have a couple of black South Africans, even though Tina, as Abantu Bamnyama, we are the majority, goes to show that we're in a fallen place, we're in the sunken place. And like I said, we really need to take our identities seriously, because in the next 5 to 10, 15 years,
Rebecca, can I say something? You know what? I think in South Africa, it's part of our identity that we don't read in between the lines.
Yes.
We are so naive. Anything that's white, it's cool. We are very
exactly. They love us
with everything. You know, they love us. We will never analyze any situation.
And we love
them. If a person comes and bring some information up front, it depends. If that person once voted, yes, we cannot hear anything from her. You know, that's South Africans. It's our culture.
Yes.
It's our culture. That's us.
Yes.
You know, South Africans, you know, we anything that is gonna liberate us, we don't want it. No. We'll place DA back. We will place DA back because you know what? These blacks have messed up the country. That's
exactly.
South Africans. That's what makes us unique. We go to the airport when the rugby is playing. We go to the airport when the rugby is playing. When Baba Bafana wins, there's nothing. It's business as usual. They are black men. You know, we wish the whole
it's a rainbow nation since Luca. It's a rainbow nation.
I have a question.
Why did you remove me? Why did you remove me?
There's people in the comments. There's people in the comment section. Nikki, hold on. There's people in the comment section who are asking. They're not asking, but they say South Africa is a diverse country. What does diverse mean at this point?
Laura,
it means that we can all live together as long as
crazy. Do you know what it means?
I know our brains better than you. So
do you know what diverse means?
Diverse in South Africa means as long as a white person is in control, we are all gonna okay. As long as white is in control, you know, we hate ourselves so much in such a way. We will definitely hand over the government back to whites.
Absolutely.
You know, we love
Do you guys know after slavery ended, we want they paid slave owners.
Hold on, people in the comment section. I'm not asking the question because I don't know what diverse means. It looks like some of these people don't know what diverse means because now
they're gonna say you guys gaslighting them.
Mixed races. That's what I'm saying. You guys just think Uguti diverse is like white, purple, orange, Indian, colored, and whatever.
Diverse is when you mix our brains. Exactly what diverse is. Diverse in South Africa, it's what Mrs. say is diverse. We are not gonna come up as black people and explain who are we to define or explain what diverse is.
Exactly.
No. Black people are not gonna do it right. We need a message to come and tell us what diverse is. And diverse is, you know, let's have a white Miss South Africa because you know she can cook mukhodi, she can wear istwaba, she can dress up like that. She knows how to bead some beads. You know, she wakes up, she eats goda, she eats magwinya. She will be in
and
Soweto.
She has other kids for snacks.
She should be coming to Soweto. That's what diversity is. Thank you very much. And
thank you, guys. I just want to ask, when are we tackling GBV? When are we tackling the fact that we are the rape capital of the world? We are busy with gaslighting
anyone because we are enough in South Africa to all take a
No, let me answer that, guys. Let me answer that.
People to be done for them, and it's a problem.
Let me answer that. That is a very important question. I want to answer it as a
so
woman.
we can deal with our own problems, okay?
I want to answer that. Let me answer that.
Now, because some
Gender-based
Nigerians are
violence.
in
Let
our
me
country.
answer that.
We need
Guys.
them to leave so that we can walk free, like Sis Lulu said yesterday, in our bum shorts
So I can
and
walk
not.
after 7 o'clock
It's
at
all got
night
to do
without
with the
feeling
Nigerians,
scared.
okay?
Guys, let me answer that. Let me answer that, guys.
Why are we not discussing points here and just arguing like we're in a high school classroom? Why
I need you guys to understand one thing.
When are we discussing our rape?
The more you're doing this, the more you're creating hate. For someone who's gonna come on this live not knowing where we are coming from, since
Can I answer, guys?
we just gonna hate each other.
Isabel, how we're going to tackle domestic violence. Sorry, Flint, I'm going to use my sister. This is how we're going to tackle domestic violence in South Africa. A white person, hopefully one day, will come to the platform and say, you know what? Stop when you're addressing issues to shift the blame to the Nigerians who bring in drugs in South Africa. Each and every time, you South Africans, my darling South Africans, when you speak about crime, you only focus on drugs that Nigerians are bringing them here. You never spoken about the fact that in the High Court right now, out of 10 cases that are there, 9 of them, it's children who have been killed by the partners of their mothers. And they are all South Africans. That's how we're going to start. Once the missus speak, because Luca has said it and no one is listening. And I know my people, they will never listen to it. But I'm praying that one day a missus will come and say this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mamlumka. And Isabel, we've had intellectual conversations, but I think we've reached a point where we've all educated ourselves and we got our PhDs from TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and YouTube with our selective memory and our selective hearing. So we need to know, people need to know that we need our voices now. We can't speak about GBV as long as the Nigerians are here. So like Mamlumka said, as long as the kids are getting murdered, it's okay. Because we need Nigerians to first up and leave before we can talk about our issues. The fact that Colin said in the prison that he was held, there were young boys who stole bread because they were hungry. That's got to do with the Nigerians. You know what I'm saying? Chidima is the one. So we can't ignore this kind of facts. It's not feelings. So we can't do this intellectual thing anymore. We have to go with our feelings. So let us be in our feeling.
I also want to add, guys, let's just spread love. Some people have anger inside them. They're just waiting for someone to trigger it. No, someone is waiting to trigger. Do not be a puppet. Do not be used as a weapon.
I don't give a fuck about being a puppet. This South Africa started this shit. So we are returning
Your
the same
anger,
energy now.
I need you to direct your anger where it's
started this bullshit. So Nigerians are now returning the
cannot
favor.
at this stage we are it's not the stage to fight your own brother. We're not the time to fight your own brother.
Sorry guys, can I ask a question?
The stage we are in is not to fight our own brothers and sisters. Let me tell you something. Through what they are fed, you understand? Whatever you get in your mind daily is what you are going to put out. But sometimes be an independent thinker. You need to stop and think yourself, who's going to benefit when you fight someone? This is the same tactic they're doing when they came to Africa. When they first came to Africa, we were not fighting each other. We had tribes. We were trading amongst each other. We were traveling to Nigeria, to South Africa, because we are migrators. We were doing that, trading amongst each other. When white people came, they looked for a way to break us apart. We were never fighting each other. Our tools we had was to hunt, not to fight each other. They created this difference the same way they created. If you see Pakistan and Indians, they hate each other, but it was a one country. The minute white people came in, they started hating each other. There was a religious difference. Here in Africa, they use our culture and our countries, our identity as a difference. So you must know wherever they go, they make sure they divide and conquer. So divided, we are going to fall.
Yeah, can I also point out that
Ria, please come through. And then after Ria, let's Nkosing speak, and then we move along. Thank you.
Yeah, I also want to point out that people seem to forget that there was a white guy from England who went to South Africa to say we should basically carve Cape Town out for ourselves. People seem to forget about that issue. And like I said, it just goes to show that the South African identity is being sold, it is being cheapened, and it is basically being used in a way that's not catering to South African people. In Cape Town, there are hundreds and thousands of foreign nationals from the Western world, America, England, Australia, Russia, you name it, going to Cape Town and increasing the standard of living whilst the native people of Cape Town are suffering. Why aren't people focusing on those things? Why are we focusing on this white lady? This white lady's name is not even indigenous to any South African tribe. But yet again, people are fighting tooth and nail for someone who won't even say, oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, I don't want to be rude, but I'm going to be a little bit cynical. Remember JC Leroux?
Yeah.
The champagne?
Yeah.
That's what it represents. You see, she's representing us, guys.
It's unfortunate.
It is.
And
It's
again,
representing it's the bottle. It's there. We've been buying that bottle. We know. We can relate.
She's a black, beautiful French lady.
They could have voted for Nompumelelo. Because in my opinion, Nompumelelo gave a better answer than this lady.
Yes, Diggy.
Honestly, they're selling the whole Rainbow Nation thing and then keeping the land to themselves. There we go.
Absolutely.
It's also disingenuous because Oranje exists. So when I hear people say things like, oh, Rainbow Nation, Oranje exists.
They are not sorry for what they did to you guys. If they were sorry about it, they would have done something.
How do you forget Klein-Fontaine, where the people of Pretoria, black people of Pretoria, are not allowed?
Exactly. So that's cognitive dissonance again.
Ria, Martin, guys, you are spewing conspiracy theory. It's a conspiracy theory. Why don't you understand that there are black people in KZN that own the land?
I was not happy at all because there was a South African ladies too there and they didn't crown them. I was really pissed off, to be honest.
Guys, another point to add. I want to add because I just like to this is how we are going to de-brainwash people. So ask yourself, why do black people come from villages to townships? When white people came, they took over our fertile lands. When they started this war, black people ran into the forests. We went to those, you see, you can't do farming in these rural areas. Ask yourself why fertile lands are there in towns. When you want to see people prospering, you see people come from village. They come to work in the townships, right? That's where you get good jobs. Why are we coming from dry lands when we own Africa? Why are we coming from villages that don't have good lands? If we didn't go through this slavery thing, we should be in the places. Obviously, we would settle where there is fertile lands. Why are we coming from
Isabella, listen. We had this conversation the other day on the live. Sorry, Martin. And this lady said they own land in the city. Okay, they've bought houses. All right.
You're still paying tax over it.
I'm just telling you what they said.
Townhouses.
Right? They think that they don't live in air. So if they've bought a property in the city, what are you saying, Isabel? Come on.
Is that not land?
Is that not land,
Isabel?
Is that land? Guys, some people will take you serious being sarcastic. You really need to explain to them.
We've been serious. This is what I'm trying to explain to you, Isabel. We were serious for 5 weeks.
I'm telling you, Isabel,
we spitted facts.
Yawning now as
we were like mad people. This is the only way. So
Isabel,
we can't act as if, they don't know. They know.
As you speak, Isabel, they are busy yawning. You are boring them. You're boring them with details.
So guys, I have to ask what you think
we need, as black people, we need more content to open people's minds.
This is what we're doing. We're just giving it back the way they understand it. It's like what I said. It's like being in a relationship and your man drops you.
You know what I say? I think people should give DA. You should give DA a chance. Let them have a taste of it a little bit.
They are already
We're already feeling it, darling. We're already feeling it. We're already feeling it. And this is what I'm trying to let you
The
understand.
thing is, once it grabs you, it won't let go. That is not gonna
They are
work.
already in charge, my sister. These people own. They live in flats in Midrand. They are congested in Midrand. They are congested everywhere in flats. They stay on top of each other and they call that land.
You guys, you must understand also, you are dealing with people who are exhausted of fighting.
Isabella, we
People get exhausted.
understand.
Fighting
We've
is
been
exhausting.
doing this. This is what you're not understanding.
They just want some
doing
type
this.
of break.
We
They
don't
want
want peace.
some
Come
type
on,
of
let's
break.
get the
Guys,
wash
let me
on.
ask a question here.
You gaslighting.
Isabella, where are you coming from, darling?
I'm a Zimbabwean.
Okay, baby girl, we've been on these platforms, okay? And this is where we are. Our country is getting much better. The whiter it is, the better, okay? So I don't know